This is Ghost Gundam here, and I'm making this video so people can understand whenever I talk about this act or activity. Whenever I talk about building these guys, it's the act of panel lining, and the way to show more and along the lines, ironically, of panel lining. It's where you use pretty much a fine tip marker such as this, like a fine tip marker of various sizes, and then go along certain lines like these, and just mark them in, and use a Q-tip or a cotton ball to wipe off the excess, and it becomes these lines, which helps give it more definition and make it stand out more. It helps quite a bit, to be honest. And if you're wondering why this one right here is missing its leg, that part of its leg, I did mess up on it. Whenever you're going to be taking apart this piece, the calf, the lower leg, you're supposed to pull it from the top bottom like this. You can see what it looks like now that I'm trying to fix it. You're supposed to do it like this, from the top here to the bottom. I end up with this one going the opposite way, which is bottom to top, not top to bottom. Top to bottom, bottom to top. I'm supposed to do it here instead of here. So the peg where this holds right here broke. I'm trying to fix it so he can now have two legs. Doing what I can. I will be able to fix it. I know I can. Also, I had been trying for multiple days to super glue this face part's little V or mustache, you could call it, right here on it. It kept getting me in trouble, but now I have it where it won't fall off. It moves a little, but I don't care. That can show movement at least, which is very helpful. Get out that way. That's a little showing of it. Such as, you can see here, there's a little indent of the plastic there. Okay, focus. But there's little indentations right here of lines on there. Same with this one. Of the little gun barrel parts and this part, which is the gun itself. It's more evident. This is before all the panel lining. This is it after. You know, you can see some lines and some indents right there. That's basically what you do. It gives it not look. What would you say? Minor or minuscule or whatever you call it. Doesn't make it look plain, as it would say. Such as the shield here. That's what it looked like, and then I have this. You probably can't tell the difference, but it's a little grayed out now because of that, so it shows a little weathering. I know the weathering is supposed to be on the outside, but I like the inside because if you can imagine how it's going to be like that constantly on the arm, moving it around, it's got probably got gather up some stuff there, and you can see the lines right here. All those little black dots, like here, here, the skirt right there. Those little black part, the little blank right there in the shoulder part, in the face. That's all from panel lining. Even these black little section here in the, well, I consider thrusters or little indents are from panel lining, such as this as well. I can do bottom of feet, and it's the same thing with these. What these are called Gundams, and every single time you build one, you're gonna have to fill in the muzzle part right here, the mouth part, because if you don't, it won't be as defined as usual. I will now demonstrate how panel lining works. It's going to be a little more difficult because I'm going to have to do it at a distance, but I'll work it. I'll work with it. Pretty much what you're pretty much going to be looking for is, I'll use this one because I'm used to doing this one. I see a little line right here on the mag right there. I could just do this. Fill that in right there. I'll do one side then. I could fill this in. Just like that. Fill in the hole right there. That right there. Fill this in. It looks like there's a significant difference, I believe. This is after paneling. Ow. But trust me, you're gonna get used to marking yourself. And this is before the marking. Remind you. And this is after. It shows definition now. Such as, excuse me, sorry, that one was not meant to do it. I could do something like this. I could just get rid of that soon. I could just do this. Plus, it looks like there's a little weathering, which that's good if you do that. And this is it after the weathering. It looks somewhat different. The funny thing is, the phone I'm using has multiple different, like 3 different cameras for 3 different angles or focus. Get down them, or you're not using any of them. Before, the after. And let me see. We use this part right here as another example. Sometimes you just want to do a outline version of it, just like that. But if you want to fill it out, you can, as such. There's like one of these, a cotton pad. I like wipe it off. Now that looks a little bit, that's actually a little bit better, to be honest. Remind you, this is the before of I just did, and it's the aftermath. Now it's not like a plain solid piece of plastic, even though it's like three parts here in the muzzle. But that's pretty much what paneling is. There's times when you might want to. If you don't think you need to, you don't have to. But if you want to like add a little stuff, little something to your build, you could do that. And even with like some some kids hand guards and arm guards, you could do that to add a little definition to it. To be honest, I didn't need to do this, but I wanted to because it looks pretty good, don't it? This one does that. I don't know if it's my certain one or if it's all the others, but that tends to happen. But I'm okay with that. I'm not going to try super glue it because last time I tried to do something like that, this guy ended up losing his fin. Plus, I rather the funny thing if his lower half keep falling off. It's kind of funny. Because, to be honest, it's meant to be where all these blue parts are supposed to be detaching from him. Not his own bottom half of his body. Also reminds me of I believe the Seed series, the Impulse. Which, it was pretty much like top half of it, right here. And the bottom half and the back. Pretty much what it was. Constantly. Having to keep falling. If I remember, its chest kept on being like this the entire time whenever it was docking or before it was put together in the show. It'll dock to itself and have different versions of it. And yeah, I'm thinking that would not be structurally sound, but hey, it's a show, expected. But yeah, it's about paneling. It doesn't have to be for weapons or kits itself. You could do that, but if need be, if you're gonna get any like other weapons or anything, you can do it that way too. And it's not only to the black marker. You can do different marker colors like gray, silver. There's one like that, red and brown, stuff like that. Because black doesn't always go with everything. With colors like the dark colors here, or on the chest, or anything like that, I would recommend a lighter color so it would stand out rather than black on black. It's not gonna work, man. But yeah. Just make sure not to panel line any joints, which I don't think you would, but if you do, it's easy to get it off. And if you want, you can, even when you have shields, you can panel line the inside of it so it looks good. Which I am planning to do with this one. I already panel lined the front as such. So I'm planning to do that. And you're probably wondering why this is back here, all right back here. Unfortunately, you probably noticed less within a second. It has its only 3 legs rather than 4. Apparently that broke off. I'm still looking for that one even now. And that was like a couple days ago. That part's being elusive. Kind of like his other knee part. This guy's knee part right here. This knee part right here. The other one is being tricky because just today I found it. I sit at a table right here. And then me not even moving it. I didn't do much. I bumped the table, this table, and it fell in there, in the back. So now I have to pull this. I have to pull this out and go grab it. I'm gonna let it stay there until it gets one, but it hasn't. That piece does not understand that I am stubborn to an extent. But yeah, I believe that's it for right now, and I am still working on that my current stop motion right now. But right now I'm just whenever I get time, I will finish the rest. I'm just cutting out some sound bits and stuff to work with it. I have to do that, then filming and all that. But I will get it done. You can guarantee that I will get it done. It will take time, but I will get it done. At least here, in this stop motion, I don't have to edit much. But I will get it done. I can promise you that. So, until then, I see you guys next time. Bye-bye.